احنا هنتكلم عن الفود سيفتي والسيرفيس والواشنج والكليننج والكلام ده كله يا جماعة. تابعوا معانا في الحلقة للآخر عشان الفايدة تعم ونقدم الاستاف ناجح جدا قدام الأجانب وقدام العالم كله. تعالوا معانا نتابع الفيديو للآخر. قول أهلا ومرحبا بكم في قناتي مع تحيات عبد العظيم غنيم. هنتكلم بطريقة علمية على ازاي نعمل فود سيفتي وفود هيجين، وازاي نتعامل مع الادوات المعدات، وازاي نحافظ ما يجيش تسمم غذائي اللي هو بيبقى اشد من الكورونا على الجميع، وازاي نحن نحافظ على صحة النزلاء والعملاء اللي احنا بنقدم لهم اكل في جميع مراحل الطهي وجميع مراحل الهيجين اللي هو السيفتي فود. ماشي، تعالوا معانا نتابع الفيديو للآخر. طبعا يا جماعة وهنا يتكلم عن الفاسيليتيشن اللي هو عن الفود هيجين، وازاي نتعامل مع وازاي ننظف
Proper
المكان.
cleaning and sanitation procedures are a vital part of all food service operations. Providing customers with food that is safe to eat and dishware that is pleasing to eat from is the goal of every food service cleaning professional. Each member on the food service sanitation team should understand the importance of cleaning and sanitizing, from receiving to warewashing. Each area depends upon the other to continue the process of serving food that is safe to eat. Your boss depends on it, your customers depend on it, and your job depends on it. This video focuses on the cleaning and sanitizing applications found throughout most food service operations. Proper food service sanitation requires that you wash clean, rinse clear, and sanitize safely every day. After viewing this video, you will know why to clean and sanitize, where to clean and sanitize, what to clean and sanitize, and most importantly, how to clean and sanitize. Proper cleaning throughout your kitchen not only means things need to look clean, but also means that food will not become contaminated during its preparation, cooking, serving, or consumption. From the time food is delivered to your back door to the moment it is served, the possibility of contamination exists in areas that have not been properly cleaned or sanitized. You'll learn about the areas of your kitchen that require cleaning or sanitizing to help keep food from being contaminated. We'll also show you how to maintain a clean kitchen environment to work in and how to provide quality tableware for your customers. There are 5 basic cleaning areas that we will discuss: manual dishwashing, machine dishwashing, food preparation areas, cooking equipment, and facilities maintenance. Each area has specific procedures that must be followed, specific products that must be used, and certain safety parameters that must be met. Paying close attention to these 3 things during this video will make it easy to wash clean, rinse clear, and sanitize safely. What exactly is foodborne illness? Foodborne illness occurs when food is contaminated. Contamination means that foreign substances, including microbes, are in the food. Foreign substances include things like bits of glass, hair, or metal shavings. If you watch for them, they're usually easy to see. On the other hand, microbes are too small to see. They include bacteria, viruses, and parasites. Microbes are all around us. They are on almost every surface, including people. In small numbers, microbes are generally harmless. Under certain conditions, though, given the right temperature, enough time, and the right food source, microbes can multiply quickly. And in large numbers, they can cause illness or even death. When washing pots, pans, and other utensils too big for the dish machine, you will need to know how to use the compartment sink area of the kitchen. This process is generally referred to as manual or hand dishwashing and requires a 2 or 3 compartment sink, pot and pan detergent, chemical sanitizer, and a garbage can or other receptacle. The three-compartment sink is designed to wash in the first sink, rinse in the middle sink, and sanitize in the third. If only 2 sinks are available, the rinsing sink is eliminated. When preparing the manual dishwashing area, check the level of the detergent and sanitizer containers to ensure enough chemical is available for you to complete your shift. Replace if necessary. Begin by cleaning the drain board and sanitizer sink with a Diversey sanitizer. Wipe down the entire area to remove any soil residue that may have accumulated since its last use. Fill the sanitizer sink with hot water and the appropriate amount of Diversey sanitizer. These sanitizers will come in several forms, so make sure you use the one designated for your operation. While the sink is filling, add sanitizer by hand or by activating the Diversey dispenser. Your Diversey representative will explain to you how to add the sanitizer. But regardless of the method, always check the sanitizer level diluted in the sink solution once it is filled. Accurate checking of this solution is very simple by using sanitizer test strips. These test strips are designed to show the level of sanitizer present in the solution. The sanitizer solution must be checked each and every time you fill the sanitizer sink and periodically during your operation. If you have any questions on how to use these test strips, ask your supervisor or Diversey representative for instructions. When preparing the wash and rinse sinks, dip a clean rag into the sanitizer sink solution and wipe down both sinks. Then rinse clean with fresh water. Now you can begin filling the wash sink with hot water and Diversey detergent. Always fill to a level that will allow for all articles to be dipped fully into the solution, but not too high where the detergent may fall into the adjacent rinse sink while scrubbing. The middle rinse sink can now be filled with fresh hot water. No chemical will be added here. This sink is only used to rinse each item prior to sanitizing. With all 3 sinks filled with the appropriate levels of water and chemicals, begin bringing the items that need to be cleaned over to the sink area. Follow the specific procedures set up for your operation to avoid any confusion or mess that may disrupt your operation. Prior to washing, take each item and pre-scrap all large food particles into a garbage can or receptacle with your hand. Avoid using serving utensils or metal objects to pre-scrap. These items tend to damage the aluminum surface common to pots and pans. Place the pre-scrapped item into the sink solution of hot water and detergent. A scrubbing pad or brush will aid in the removal of any remaining food soil. For more stubborn or dried-on food soils, you may want to allow time for soaking either in a separate pre-soaking station or in your wash sink solution. Now that the item has been washed clean, gently dip it several times into the rinse sink prepared with fresh hot water, rinsing clear all remaining food and detergent residue prior to sanitizing. This step is very important. Detergent residue carried into the final sanitizing sink will neutralize your sanitizer solution, making that solution ineffective. With the item rinsed clear, it is ready to be sanitized safely in the third and final sink solution. Place the item into the sanitizer solution and completely submerge for approximately 1 minute. After 1 minute, remove, shake, and place onto the drain board to air dry. Once dry, it can be returned to storage or service by carefully holding each item by its edge or handle to prevent any contamination. With all the items now washed, rinsed, sanitized, and returned to storage or service, it is time for cleanup. Drain all sinks and rinse with fresh water to remove any soil or chemical residue. Wipe down the drain board and remove the garbage can or receptacle used for pre-scrapping. Be sure to mop the floor that surrounds the sink area. It can become very slippery and dangerous if detergent solution that is splashed onto the floor is not cleaned. Learning and following these procedures each and every time you use the manual dishwashing area of your kitchen will ensure that food is prepared, processed, and cooked with ware that has been washed clean, rinsed clear, and sanitized safely. The most commonly recognized area of the kitchen associated with cleaning and sanitizing is the machine dishwasher. The machine dishwasher is important to the entire operation. When handled properly, tableware will sparkle, the life of ware is extended, and food can be served safely, making the entire operation look flawless. On the other hand, when done poorly, the reputation of your facility suffers, and the risk of contaminated food increases. As part of the food service sanitation team, this is the last line of defense for your customers and your operation. The mechanical cleaning of tableware in the dish machine utilizes the same basic principles of wash clean, rinse clear, and sanitize safely. Here, though, the work is done primarily inside the dish machine. Your job is to make sure that ware is properly prepared prior to entering the dish machine. Dish machines come in many shapes and sizes, and the process in which they clean will differ slightly. Follow the specific procedures necessary for that model. Regardless of the machine type or model, there are basic procedures that are common to every machine dishwashing operation. Before you can begin using the dish machine, you must ensure that it is properly set up. The interior of the machine and the stainless steel tables leading into and out of the machine should be cleaned prior to starting. If curtains are required, ensure that they are properly placed and secure. Check the upper and lower wash arms for any food particles or foreign objects that are lodged in the jets. Also, check the end caps and flanges to ensure that each is secure. The final rinse jets are very narrow and should be checked for any mineral buildup that may restrict the final rinse water spray. If clogged, a paper clip can be used to clear any blockage. Check the bottom of the machine for any flatware or other objects that may have fallen into the tank. Anything on the tank floor can clog the drain or damage heating elements. Now, replace the scrap trays. Be certain these trays are in their proper position. Scrap trays help to keep the wash water clean and prevent any objects from falling into the tank. With the curtains, scrap trays, and wash arms in place, close all tank drains and full open all fill valves. If your machine has an automatic fill, you must ensure that all drains and doors are closed to activate filling. Once the tank water has reached a level where the heating elements are completely submerged, turn the wash tank heater switch to on. The booster heater switch for the final rinse should also be in the on position. While the machine tanks are filling, check the automatic dish machine detergent and rinse additive containers. If either needs to be replaced, do so by reading the specific instructions for that product. If you are at all unsure of how to replace these products, contact your supervisor. Allow machine tanks to fill and water to reach their appropriate temperatures. The required temperature ranges for machine dishwashing are the scrapper, 110 to 120 degrees Fahrenheit, wash tank, 140 to 165 degrees, power rinse, 165 to 175 degrees, final rinse, 180 to 190 degrees. Depending upon make and model, your machine could have one or all of these temperature requirements. Check with your supervisor to find which temperatures pertain to your operation. Now that all the tanks are filled, the temperatures are at their proper levels, and the cleaning chemicals are set, you're ready to receive the dishware. As part of your machine setup, prepare a cleared area near the machine for the sorting of dishes and a bus pan for pre-soaking flatware. With this area designated for soiled ware coming in from the dining room, you can efficiently pre-scrap and rack the ware that needs to be cleaned. Good dish machine practices begin with proper bussing procedures. Coordinate your pre-scrapping and sorting system with the bussers and servers. Place a sample of each piece of ware on the stainless steel table, glass racks for each type of glass, and a bus pan for pre-soaking flatware in your designated sorting area. As ware is bussed toward the sorting area, it can be pre-scrapped and sorted accordingly. This is commonly referred to as the decoy system. and will provide an organized operation that will make racking easier and significantly reduce the amount of confusion, mess, and broken ware. Racking the various types of ware is very important for effective washing. It is important that all surfaces be exposed to the wash and rinse spray pattern inside of the dish machine. Glass and dishware will be properly cleaned and sanitized if you place like sizes together, do not stack or overlap, rack dishes uniformly, rack glasses with drinking end down. Flatware and silverware require special racking and processing procedures and will be covered later in this video. Pre-rinse each rack using a T&S hose or similar sprayer. This will significantly reduce the amount of soil in the wash tank and ultimately improve final results. After pre-rinsing, the rack is ready to be run through the dish machine. If using a conveyor, place the front end of the rack at the point where the conveyor pegs will begin to pull the rack through the machine. Pushing the rack too far will reduce the washing time. If using a door machine, place the rack completely into the machine and close the door prior to starting. If using a flight-type machine, simply place the racks onto the pegs. Once the dish machine cycle is initiated, each rack will automatically be washed clean, rinsed clear, and sanitized safely. Create an organized flow of ware to best utilize the machine's wash and rinse sections as efficiently as possible. When the cycle ends, or as racks and dishes exit the final rinse section, allow a few seconds for air drying. Glass racks should be shaken and then tilted on the edge of the table to allow excess water to run from the top surface of the glass. Once the ware is dry, it needs to be returned to storage or service. While unloading racks, always hold plates and glasses by their edges and take the opportunity to inspect for overall cleanliness, chipped plates, or cracked glasses. If any damaged ware is found, it should be removed from service. After all the ware has been processed and placed in storage, it's time to break down the dish machine and thoroughly clean the dish machine area. First, turn all tank heater switches to the off position and lift all doors to release any steam buildup inside of the dish machine. With the tank heaters off, you can open all drain valves to empty the tanks. While the tanks are draining, remove all curtains and clean thoroughly by using detergent and a brush in the 3-compartment sink area. Be certain to lift each flap while cleaning these curtains to get at any and all trapped soils. Rinse thoroughly with a sprayer or T&S hose and lay over the edge of a stainless steel table for air drying. Prior to removing the scrap trays, hose down the inside of the machine to remove any large food particles from behind wash arms and residue from machine walls. Now, remove scrap trays and empty all large food particles into a garbage can or receptacle. Thoroughly clean each tray with detergent and a scrub brush in the 3-compartment sink area and replace back into the machine. Carefully remove the upper and lower wash arms. Clear all food particles and foreign objects from each jet. This can be done by removing the end caps from each arm and poking through each jet with a toothpick or spraying with a T&S hose. Each wash arm should be cleaned in the 3-compartment sink area, then placed back into the dish machine. When replacing arms, make sure that end caps are secure and arms are in their proper position. If using curtains, place them back into the machine in their proper location once they have dried. Remember, short curtains go between tanks, long curtains go at each end of the dish machine. With the machine cleaned and ready for the next shift, clean stainless steel tables and pre-scraping area with the approved Diversey detergent sanitizer. As mentioned earlier, stainless steel and silver flatware require special cleaning procedures. Nothing is more unappetizing than to find a soiled, spotty, or tarnished knife when sitting down to eat a meal. The following procedure will help to ensure that every knife, spoon, and fork looks its best. There are 2 sets of procedures when processing flatware. Pre-soaking, which is the loosening and removal of tough, dried-on soils from all types of flatware prior to running through the dish machine. And detarnishing, which is primarily for silverware to remove or control the darkening that occurs with this type of metal. Both applications will be discussed, but check with your supervisor as to whether both apply for your operation. Pre-soaking is necessary for all types of flatware and should be coordinated with your bussers and servers. Remember the designated area set aside when pre-scrapping and sorting glasses? As part of that procedure, you should also prepare your pre-soaking solution in the same area. As flatware comes in from the dining room, the bussers will place the flatware directly into the prepared solution as part of their pre-scrapping procedure. To prepare a pre-soaking solution, fill a bus pan with hot water and the appropriate amount of Diversi pre-soak. Fill the pan high enough to cover the flatware, but not too high where the solution will overflow once flatware is placed into it. Begin adding flatware to the bus pan and allow it to soak for at least 20 minutes or as long as necessary to achieve the desired results. This process will loosen the food soil and help to keep a shiny surface to your flatware. 3 things to remember when pre-soaking. Overload. Make sure the solution covers the ware. Change the solution as it gets weak or the water cools down. After the ware has been pre-soaked, it's time to rack and run through the dish machine. Carefully unload flatware from the bus pan into a flat rack and pre-rinse to remove all traces of pre-soaking solution. After pre-rinsing, place flatware into flatware cylinders, mixing knives, forks, and spoons with the service end up. This will help to avoid any nesting of the ware as it goes through the dish machine, ensuring that all surfaces are exposed to the wash spray. Pre-rinse again, then machine. This process will thoroughly clean the eating or service end of the ware, removing any food soil that might remain after pre-soaking. As the ware exits the dish machine, separate knives, forks, and spoons, place into flatware cylinders with the service end up, and run through the dish machine once again. As they exit the dish machine, shake the rack to remove any excess water and allow to air dry. This process ensures that all the flatware is thoroughly sanitized and safe to use. After the flatware has dried, you will need to transfer it to storage cylinders where it will be ready for service. Using a clean flatware cylinder, transfer the cleanware directly into the storage cylinder. By using this method, the flatware will remain sanitized with the handles facing up and ready for service. Detarnishing silverware is not usually an everyday occurrence. As silverware begins to darken, it is placed in a detarnishing solution to help maintain the shine and elegance expected of silver. To prepare a detarnishing solution, line a bus pan with aluminum foil and fill with hot water and the appropriate amount of Diversi detarnish. Place silverware into the detarnishing solution, making sure that all ware comes in contact with the aluminum foil. Avoid any overcrowding of ware and make sure that the detarnishing solution covers the top level of silver in the pan. Allow this to soak for approximately 30 minutes or as long as necessary to achieve the desired results. Replace the solution as the water cools or the aluminum foil turns black. When the detarnishing process is complete, place silver into a flat dish rack and pre-rinse to remove any detarnishing solution and begin the pre-soaking procedure as described earlier. Cleaning of food contact surfaces requires special attention. A food contact surface is one that will come into contact with food as it is being prepared. Any food contact surface must be cleaned and sanitized to prevent the contamination or cross-contamination of food that is being prepared. Food contact surfaces are found throughout the kitchen. They include stainless steel tables, slicers, mixers, can openers, and cutting boards. Germs will grow on these surfaces throughout the day, creating a possible safety risk if not properly controlled. When cleaning any food contact surface, it is imperative that the surface also be chemically sanitized. There are two common methods that exist for the cleaning and sanitizing of food contact surfaces: cleaning items in place and using a 3-compartment sink. When cleaning items in place, such as stainless steel tables, mixers, and blenders, you will need a brush, 2 scrubbing cloths, clean cloths, and a double-compartment plastic pail. Fill both sides of the plastic pail with warm water, adding the appropriate amount of detergent on one side and sanitizer on the other. Always check the sanitizer level using appropriate sanitizer test strips. Always use separate cloths for washing and sanitizing. Unplug the equipment. Wash a small area of the surface at a time with the washcloth dipped into the detergent solution. Use a scrub brush for tougher stains and hard-to-reach places. Washing a small area at a time will prevent the detergent solution from drying on the surface, leaving a detergent residue that will cause streaking. Wring out the cloth and wipe off the wash solution. Now begin sanitizing the surface by rinsing the washed area with the sanitizer cloth dipped into the sanitizing rinse solution and squeezed nearly dry. Dip and wring out the cloth frequently so that the sanitizer is applied evenly over the entire surface. Allow to air dry. The second way to clean and sanitize food contact surfaces is in the 3-compartment sink. Items such as cutting boards, cooking utensils, and removable parts of a slicer can all be taken to the 3-compartment sink area for cleaning and sanitizing. Follow the same procedures outlined for manual washing when cleaning these items, taking special note of specific safety steps when working with items such as slicers and other equipment that needs dismantling when cleaning. The cleaning and sanitizing of food contact surfaces should be done daily. This will prevent the buildup of germs and microbes that can cause the contamination of food during preparation. However, it is very important to recognize that to eliminate the danger for contamination of food contact surfaces, you must also understand what cross-contamination is and how to prevent it. Cross-contamination occurs when an item carries germs from a contaminated source over to a non-contaminated source. For example, this hard-working food service professional is using this cutting knife to slice fish. The fish is carrying certain germs that will be killed during the cooking process, but those same germs will remain on the surface of the knife until it is cleaned and sanitized. Cross-contamination occurs when that same knife is used to cut lettuce or other vegetables before it is cleaned and sanitized. To prevent this from happening, always clean and sanitize any item after every use. Whether it be a can opener, slicer, or cutting knife, cross-contamination is always a possibility if not washed clean, rinsed clear, and sanitized safely. The cleaning of cooking equipment in your kitchen is a very important job and should be done every day. Properly cleaned ovens, grills, and fryers will provide a kitchen that looks and smells good, equipment that is safe to use, and will provide food that is better tasting to your customers. Cooking equipment need only be cleaned. Sanitation will take place during the cooking of the food. The cooking equipment found throughout most kitchens can vary greatly in type, model, and size. But one thing that does remain the same is the type of soil that needs to be cleaned. Ovens, grills, stovetops, hoods, and fryers encounter very greasy soil buildups that result from the cooking of meats and fried foods. With the excessive temperatures that are used, these greasy soils can become heavy and tough to remove. The products used for these types of applications must be strong enough to remove heavy grease and normally contain high levels of caustic or abrasive material. Safety is a concern with any cleaning task that utilizes chemicals and should not be taken lightly. When cleaning cooking equipment, always refer to product safety and use instructions listed on the product container. Follow the procedures laid out for each piece of equipment. Wear protective gloves and goggles. Contact your supervisor or diversity representative if you have any questions as to the proper cleaning procedures for any piece of cooking equipment. Facilities maintenance refers to cleaning tasks that exist in every food service operation. The most obvious example is the cleaning of floors and walls, but also includes the cleaning of drains, bathrooms, loading docks, storage rooms, and freezers. These cleaning tasks will normally require daily attention to control odor and increase the appearance and safety of the overall kitchen operation. Each will require different products and procedures. Your diversity representative is prepared to explain to you what products need to be used for each area, what procedures to follow, and how to operate any chemical dispensing unit that may be available. Material safety data sheets, or MSDSs, are required to be posted at your work area to let you know about the chemicals you work with. Each MSDS tells you the name of the chemical, precautions you must take when handling it, and emergency and first aid procedures. It's your responsibility to read the material safety data sheets for your workplace. If you have any questions, ask your supervisor. Make certain you are aware of the cleaning tasks that are part of your job and how they must be carried out. Your supervisors, your co-workers, and your customers depend on you to ensure food safety. By using the methods and materials shown in this video, you'll be able to deliver clean and safe tableware to your customers, sanitary food prep areas and cooking equipment to your co-workers, and top-quality facilities management to your food service operation. Please contact your diversity representative for further information.
Please make likes, subscribe and like, share. Welcome to channel Azim Ghanem with food hygiene and safety food all management. Thank you. Have a nice time.